This is day 3 of the 30-day reading challenge, and today's book is all about finance, or rather, investing. The book's title is The Warren Buffett Next Door, and the author is Matthew Schifrin, who is vice president at Forbes Media. The book was published in 2011 and has roughly 194 pages. Since I'm interested in the topic and because the book has some higher level information and terminology, it took me about 4 hours to finish and take notes. This book is definitely not your average finance or investment book. Rather, it's more of a blend between biography and investing. However, it doesn't cover investing moguls. Instead, what makes this book interesting and unique is that it talks about 10 normal people who ended up striking it big in the investment field. A couple were engineers, some in the computer field, and one was a former radio DJ. But ultimately, they all converged on the investing path. Although some were stockbrokers, none of them were particularly famous or outstanding in the investment field. And yet, they were able to beat the market and earn up to tens of thousands of dollars per year. I really liked the book's consistent formatting, which made note-taking and the reading experience much easier. The first page of each chapter starts with some basic information about the person: their name, past employment, investment strategy, best and worst pick for stocks, and their overall performance and return per year. After the initial page, the chapter talks about their investment strategy and how they earned their impressive amount of money. It follows up with the person's actual background and who they are. Next up, a collection of rules that the person uses when investing. This could be specific ones like avoid leverage or sell when the ratio of intrinsic value to price falls below 1.25. Or the rules could be general, like be flexible. Finally, the chapter ends off with quotes and postings from the investor. Overall, this book was quite inspiring for me since, as I mentioned, I'm pretty interested in investing. It shows that investing is not something that only the best of the best can succeed in. However, that being said, it does require quite a bit of effort. Most, if not all of these people, needed to spend up to 4 to 5 hours a day reading about stocks, searching through the web, or communicating with others in a forum. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. As well, the book was fairly easy to dive in, even for an investing novice like myself. This is mainly due to the fact that the book takes a biographical viewpoint and tells stories. Of course, if you're not interested in investing at all, then it probably wouldn't make too much sense for you to read this book. However, if you're somewhat interested in it, or at least want to know more, then I'd suggest that you give this book a try. There may be quite a few terms or concepts that you'll need to search up, but that's all part of the learning process. It'll really open your mind to the life of a personal investor and what it takes. You'll find all sorts of graphs, tips, and especially resources to guide you. I'll post some of the website resources in the description. The Warren Buffett Next Door is a great launching pad to your investing journey should you choose to embark on it. It's surely more interesting than cold hard facts or textbooks, since it ties in some stories and human background. I'm sure you'll be able to take away quite a bit, either about investing in general or about the personal investor's life. Overall, I would give this book a 4.3 out of 5, but this is definitely because I like investing and also because it was useful for me. Plus, it was written in an interesting style. I'm sure many of you may not even give it a 3, provided that you actually finish it. But if you're curious about investing or you know some of the basics, give it a shot. There are plenty of investing contests and opportunities out there, and this book just might push you in the right direction. So that's today's book. As always, feel free to leave any comments or questions. If I missed anything, please let me know. If you end up reading the book, tell me about your experience, and maybe we can learn something new. If you have any suggestions, let me know as well. Thank you all for listening.